Good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to Berringer. And today is the final part in this instalment of Berringer Station. And just to give you a reminder of what I was aiming for, and I'm sure many of you who've been following the series will have seen this photograph many times. This is one of many photographs I have been working my way through as reference. And basically I was just going to quickly sort of talk you through essentially what I was looking at in terms of the building itself. Basically, I was just looking at the key features for me in my build, and like I said, I've just basically got this picture off of Google that I come across. I wanted Berringer to be my main station, and I wanted to make the station more grand. And so therefore I wanted to do away with the original station building that I had, and through my trawling of Google I come across this image, and basically I found out that this image was basically Margate Station, and then I googled Margate train station and come up with a further load of images to use as reference. So just before I show you the actual main building, the things that I was looking for in this build and what attracted me to this particular station build was the architecture of it all. And the key features for me was obviously the main entrance, which you've got the arch, also the canopy. And I knew that was going to be a bit of a challenge to do the glazing, and a big shout out to John Warner, who gave me the idea, and it was his idea that I've actually replicated and used, as you shall see. The two turrets were also key. There's one there and the one on the left. The rounded windows was also a key feature, and the detailing along the top here, and the roof, and also there's a chimney just here. So my version is obviously, like I said, is a cut down version of Margate Station. It's just loosely based. It's not based specifically on Margate Station, but I've just taken key features. I'm just zooming out of it so I can go to the next picture. Now this is the only half decent picture I managed to find of the roof and the way it's put together, and basically I was referencing a lot of this stuff to make sure, you know, that I put the roof in the right positions basically, and I was just using this as a guide really. And I guess this goes back to a comment made by Simon at Liverton Central, who was asking me about the roof. It's not, like I said before, I don't do anything by measurements as such. I just try and get it by eye and get it as close. So I'm looking at where the top of the roof is, for example, and how it meets the actual main structure. So that will give me a sort of rough idea of the height. So it's more or less there actually. I think it's just a great representation. I like I said, it's not meant to be perfect, but these are sort of details that I was just sort of looking at in the layout build itself. And also, like I said, so you get these round windows here on this image. Also the colouring of the bottom compared to the stonework the rest of the way around. Some of the detailing that goes in and around the building as such, I try to capture. The actual chimney, I believe this is a chimney, and that seems like it's like a triangular shaped, a square triangle. It's not like a dome as such, I don't think. So I tried to capture it as best I could based on the images that I had, and again, this is the main frontage here. So I've tried to capture it. So I'm going to show you on the layout exactly how it looks. So bear with me a minute and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So here we are. This is my version of Margate Station. How I sort of done it myself, completely from scratch. So I had a good go, and this is what I've come up with. And if I just show you my iPad right next to it, you can see basically what that's like in real life. And this is my version of it Actually, let me just get that glue pot out of the way because that little red, it's almost like there's a turret behind it. So basically that is it. And I'm really pleased with it. I think I've captured the main key features that I wanted to capture. It's got the two turrets, it's got the canopy, it's got the arch, and I've managed to do the glazing thanks to John for the suggestion, which is brilliant. It was very easy to do, non-messy, so that was really helpful. I've also done the glazing on the bottom for Berringer Station, so I've also captured, if you see just down here, this bit, and then the two doors, one on either side. I do have a phone box, so that will probably go alongside there, and the post box, so I'll probably do that as well. The other thing you've noticed, I've used Metcalf paving, and I've painted and weathered this as well. I've still got to tidy up the ends though, but basically I've cut around the building so it actually sits into the paving, so it actually looks like it's bedded in. What else have I done? I did the tops here because there's lighting in this building. So that's something else that's been done. So there's lighting, and because there's lighting and this bit is removable, it's got a plug and play fitting on it, so I can just unplug the building, and it's basically essentially the same plug and play method that I've used for my lift up section, that you just connect the two boards together. It's just those male and female Maplins plugs. So basically it's just plugged into there, and then it's just, so one end's plugged into the building and the other end goes to the main board, and then that provides the lighting, which I will show you. The roof was the trickiest bit to do and to get right, but I'm really pleased with it. The building isn't 100% square. It's the only thing that about the building that bugs me a little bit. However, it's not enough to sort of really upset me a huge amount, to be honest with you. I think from my first complete scratch build, literally from scratch, and this kind of detailing that I've done is a first for me. Usually my buildings are far more, that I scratch build are relatively more simplified, but I wanted to sort of, I thought I could do it, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I'm really pleased with the results. So if I pan out, you can see here it is. So you can also see that I've captured the round windows here, and this is the Wills kit, the 735 kit from Wills. The window surrounds are made out of card, and they're all scored, so hopefully it will just pop the stones out. All the detailing here is done through various sizes of matchsticks and scoring and going through the card. Also I managed to sort of capture the chimney, and I've kind of given it that kind of look, which is the look that it seems to be from, there's only a couple of photographs, like I say, one of them I actually showed you that sort of roughly looked like I could do it. I couldn't really gauge properly how it exactly looked. And all of these bits, the roof is done by Scale Scenes paper. Sorry, not Scale Scenes paper. It's modelrailwayscenery.com paper. So I've used that for the roof. The paint is for the stone is supposed to be, it is actually called stone, but it kind of is a bit greeny, I think, rather than sort of beigey. But I mean, I like it. I mean, I've tried to give it pretty much a used kind of look about the building. The canopy is basically essentially a cut down version of the main canopy over on platform 3, and then the one on platform 1 and 2 will be changed to match. The back, if I take you around the back, also I've got the doors here. It's supposed to actually have windows here, but I put doors here instead. If I take you to the back is completely modeller's license. There's nothing about, I couldn't see any pictures from the back of it, but I had to do it to suit, to fit basically the layout as such. And basically, I was originally going to transfer this line across all the way across there before I did this roof, but I'm glad I didn't now, because otherwise that'd be too much, I think. So I'm quite glad just to have that, just a plain wall. But you can see it just sits on top of the footbridge, and then obviously you've got the arch at the back, which comes to the car park. But this bit of board needs to be done. I need to do this board because originally it was going to be a different idea, so that's why there's this cut out, but I need to replace this bit of board. So that's something that I still need to do. So that's what it looks like on the outside, and I'm going to take you to the inside. And like I said before, it's going to be 3 lids. So there's 1, 2 and 3 lids, and they all come off. So they just sit on top. So you just go like that. And I don't know if you can see it, I need to paint that bit, but there's a bit of a lip, and that lip just sort of slides on the top. So that's how that works. And as you can see, the interior, again, this is modelrailwayscenery.com paper. The steps are made just from layering card to the height that I needed. There's one of the light bulbs there. I think there's 7 in total. This wall here, all the interior walls have been done as well and glazed. And the reason for doing that is because I wanted to hide all the joins and the framework for the window surrounds. So it's just to basically clean it up. So this bit's going to end up being a waiting area, but my bench is too long, so I'm going to either get some smaller ones or I'm going to cut it down. So I haven't really done the interior detailing as such, but it's ready. So that's that's how it looks inside. So that's pretty much ready. So I could start putting maybe some posters or something like that, just to make it feel a little bit more homely. And again, that just sort of slides in like so. And then sometimes it's, yeah, anyway, it's hard to do when you're trying to do it one-handed, but you get the gist. So the lid for the roof, so that comes off as well. And here you can see the lighting arrangement. It's just my fairy lights from Poundland. So you've got 1, 2 to power the main foyer. You've got the other 2, which one powers the ticket office, one goes to the passageway that leads down to platform number 3. And then obviously you've got this one which you've just seen, and then you've got the 2 that go into the turrets, which is one there and one down here. And also the power feed goes down here because it goes down through the boards at this point as well. So I tried to keep it, make sure so you couldn't see it visible from the inside. And also the other thing about this is the interior hasn't actually been glued in. So if I need to remove this, which I will do because I have to put some people in it, I could literally just unplug the lighting and then just lift this piece of card out and just lift it straight off. And then after I can put the people on, then put it all back together again, and job's done. So let's just put the roof back on. So the other thing is I didn't want to see any gaps, so that's why I kind of did it like that. And I think it's come out really, really well actually. So that's that done. On the other side, in fact I'll take this out because then I can because it's probably easier then to see one on the corner. And the one on the corner is exactly the same, just slide it out. You can see that there's a ticket office here. There's a door, it's a red door because it's NSC based. I will probably either put a small bench here or maybe some ticket vending machines, maybe some posters and stuff like that. And then obviously that leads down to platform 3. Then obviously you've got the car park here. Now I was going to sort of cover it over and curve it. I could have done, but I didn't. Again, this just sort of slides on the top, and it's always a bit tricky trying to do this. That's it. When you're trying to do it all kind of one-handed and film. Alright, so let's put the roof back on. And that's it. So that's basically the station build and what's involved in it and what I'm planning to do with the insides and how the insides are going to be used. I'm going to switch the lights on. I don't know if it's going to come out very well, but I'll try and make it a bit more darker and I'll come back to you. So welcome back. I've just switched the lights on in the building. I don't know how well it comes out, but I think you can sort of see it inside. I think you can make it out. I mean, in the dark it even comes out even better, but I think you can see it really, really well. You can see the reflection of the glazing and everything. There's also, like you see, there's one on the turret. Now on this side, where it's black, that's where the plug is. Now what I might do is slide a bit of card on under there, so you can blacken it off so it's just white again, so you don't see the black, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And then obviously you've got the window, and you can actually see the red NSC door down that side. And then there's a light here, and you can also make out the interior, although there isn't really any interior to see, but you can still see it. On this side you can still see the same. You can see it's lit up inside, and then you've got the passageway here, which is also lit up as well. So that's pretty much it. And what I'll do is I took some photographs last night, and I'll add them to the end of this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini series. Any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them, and I will speak to you soon. And that's it pretty much for the station build, really. The next bit is going to be to start linking it up from this way, this end, down to where that tunnel portal is, because there's going to be a fascia coming across here, and then there's going to be the arches that run all the way along, which then will link up to here. And also I've got the canopy to replicate, basically that canopy to replicate on here. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Like I said, I will speak to you soon, and thanks for watching, and please feel free to comment and subscribe as always. Bye for now.